Okay, hey guys. I'm gonna do a reading vlog on Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas, and just because I've read one Penelope Douglas book so far and I've really liked it, so I'm gonna read Birthday Girl. My friend commented on my last video and she said she wants me to do reading. She wants me to do a reading vlog on night books, but I'm more than halfway done that book, so I could do a review on it, but I don't think I can do a reading vlog on it just because I'm almost done it. I am, oh, how many pages in am I? I'm 67 pages in already. So Birthday Girl is an age gap romance book. We are following, Penelope Douglas does different points of view, but the main character is Jordan, and she just turns 19 and she meets this attractive man and they have chemistry right away and they get along, and then she's walking out the theater and she's trying to call her boyfriend to come pick her up because she's got car troubles. Oh, his name's Cole. Whoops. Haven't really been paying attention because he's not that important, because obviously she gonna dump his ass for his daddy. By the way, the guy in the movie theater was Cole's father. She calls her boyfriend Cole. The man from the theater comes up and he's like, "Do you mean Cole Lawson?" Like, she's like, "Oh, how do you know him?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm Pike Lawson, his father." So it turns out that Pike had Cole really young, so he's not an old dad. She ends up picking up Cole from the police station, and then she goes back to her apartment, and it's trashed because he had thrown a party. That's why he got arrested, and they end up getting kicked out, but they're both struggling for money, so they have nowhere to go now. They end up moving in with Pike into his house. They both knew that they had chemistry on that little theater thing, and they like have to ignore it because of their circumstances now. But since the beginning, Jordan has been like, she's just not feeling Cole, she's not feeling him. She's only with him because of the housing arrangement, like, and they've like been together since they were kids. But if she moves out, she'll be homeless because she has nowhere else to go, and they've been paying rent with each other, so she can't afford to live on her own. So it's like she's with him for pity, but she's like, once I get my own money, I'm out of here. Pretty much. That's pretty much what she's saying. I just can't wait for her to break up with him. I just want her to get with Pike. He's so sweet. I only read a little bit of Birthday Girl last night, but Pike and Jordan have had a heart-to-heart, and they are starting to get along better and spend more time together. Yay. Like I said, I didn't read much last night, but I got past one of the important milestones. So, Mr. Lawson Sr. was doing his laundry, and sorry Mom and Dad if you're watching this video, he just found some undergarments that belong to Jordan, and he's like, wow. And then he's like, wait, I can't think like this, and he's like, run back to the laundry room, puts them on top of the dryer, and then he goes to walk out, and there's a window in the basement, I guess, and he looks out, and Jordan is mowing the lawn because she's responsible and she's gonna do her part, you know? And then he's like, damn, she look. So then he notices the little old neighbor is staring at her. Pike ain't having this, okay? He is about to do some business with this man. I actually don't know. Haven't read that part, but I should be doing my physics homework. And I'm not. Last night I was reading, and so far we have Pike has was mean to her because he thought that Jordan was messing around when she actually slept on a pool table because she didn't want anybody to help her. And he kind of made it up to her. He made her a little veggie garden, and what else did he do for her? Well, he bought her a birthday cake, which I thought was super cute because he noticed that she does this thing every time she blows out candles is she makes a wish, because sometimes birthday wishes don't come true, which is what she said, and that it's better to up your odds by doing it all the time. So I thought that was sweet. And they're finally, I think I'm 50% in, and they're finally like realizing their feelings for each other. And Pike is like, I can't feel this way because it's my son, so like why would I do that to him? And Jordan still hates, what's his name, Cole. Exactly. See, I don't even know his name 50% in the book because I hate him. He's not a character that you're supposed to like because you're supposed to be rooting for Jordan and Pike to get together. But from what I know, I think Pike is 38 or 37 because he's not 40 yet, but he's in like his late 30s. Anyway, so Jordan is starting to like Pike, and she was mom and dad, I'm sorry, she was doing a little solo business in the shower, and she's like thinking about Pike, and she's like, oh crap, like when she's like, I can't be thinking about this, because obviously they keep shutting off their thoughts for each other because they're not allowed to like each other essentially. So it's getting good because they're starting to like each other, and that's what you've been rooting for this whole book. And I think Penelope Douglas does a really good job on making you want the characters to get together because she doesn't get them together right away, which I think it's important, but like it makes you want to like really get into it because I'm 50% in and they're not even together yet. So you just really want them to get together, but I really appreciate, that's why I think of all romance books that I've ever read, Penelope Douglas is my favorite romance writer because she is really good at the character development and she makes you relate to the characters, or at least like the characters, which I really appreciate. I really do, because these Harley Quinn, what are they called? The basic like old lady romances. It's just about like they just jump into the relationship, and literally the characters are their relationship, which I think some people are looking for just for a quick read. That's honestly kind of 50 Shades of Grey. They're literally, their whole personality is their relationship, which I have a little bit of an issue with, but I guess they're easy reads. And this isn't a rant about romance books, so I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna try and finish the book tonight, but I'm also gonna have to get my May TBR up because it's the last day of April. Okay, I look like a mess right now because I'm going to bed, obviously, but I'm reading Birthday Girl. Guys, Cole, oh my goodness, okay. So Jordan got home a little bit early from work the night that she was working, and she gets home to grab a glass of water, and she looks out the window to the pool, and Cole is doing it with some girl that like they both knew, and Jordan's like, holy crap. So Cole is cheating on Jordan, and she confronts him, and she's like, how long has this been going on? Blah, blah, blah. Like, it's been going on for a while, hasn't it? And he's like, since your birthday. And oh my goodness, I'm honestly glad that this is how they broke up, that it wasn't like she broke up with him just for Pike, that it was like I knew he was gonna mess up. Everyone knew he was gonna mess up. So he like gets out of the pool, and he's like, you can stay here until you find a place. That's like essentially what he was saying. And like, first of all, your dad's gonna kick you out. I already know your dad's gonna kick you out, and Jordan's gonna live there. If it doesn't happen like that, then all hope's lost for romance. Romance is dead if that doesn't happen. Wow, that's like shock. Okay, so last night when I was reading, after I checked in when what happened? Cole moved out. No, wait. Shoot. That was my prediction, is that Cole would move out. But Cole didn't move out. Jordan was gonna move back into her trailer home with her dad and like her stepmom and her stepbrother and whatever. But then when they got there, Pike was like, hell no. And he scurried back into the truck and they went back to Pike's house. So Jordan was staying at Pike's house for a while and Cole hadn't come back for a few days. And they'd gotten to like a rhythm. And then Jordan went to go help Pike at his construction site. And when they got back, they were like hosing off because they were covered in mud. And then they were like feeling each other, like they're like, and then they were like, you like really are wanting them to like kiss, right? Because they haven't done anything. And then all of a sudden, okay, they have a little smooch sesh, and then they're like getting a little steamy, and all of a sudden Cole walks in the house. They're in the backyard, so Cole hasn't seen them. Jordan hides around the house. And now Pike is like, yeah, we can't do this. Like the next morning he's like, yeah, like that was just like, we can't do this. Come on, man. Come on. And you're just like rooting for them to just, I don't know. I've also been watching, I don't know what her YouTube channel's called. I know her name's Reagan. She's like a big booktuber. Why don't I know what her channel's called? Anyway, how she does her vlogs is she does them like kind of like normal vlogs with books in there. So maybe that's how I'll start doing mine, because I really like watching her like videos. I don't know. I just want them to like not care about Cole. I want Pike to kick Cole out because he's a bad guy. Yeah, anyway, that's all I have to say for this. Also, I made an Instagram account for this channel. Wow. So you guys can like contact me on there. I don't know why you'd want to contact me, but it's there. Okay, so how many percents am I in? I am 78% in. It's almost 12 o'clock on the 2nd of May. So they're together now, in many ways. I mean, it's okay so far. It's not as good as other Penelope Douglas books that I've read. What? Anyway, I will be back when I finish the book. Dun dun dun! So, Cole came to Pike and said that he got a better job. And I think that he's gonna join the army because he says it has life insurance and it's really good, and it's like the furthest from illegal that a job could be, so I assume that he's joining the army. But we don't know yet. I think we're gonna find out soon. So I reorganized my bookshelf. I got my little chicken there. I got my record player with 2 sets of Twilight. So I'm 84% in. I'm gonna finish it this morning, and so far it's pretty good. She just left Pike again, and then Jay, her ex-boyfriend, kind of exposed Pike and Jordan. I have a few things that I want to just talk about, even though I'm not finished yet. I feel like I'm 84% in, and they're not even in a relationship yet. They've like, I don't know. And also I feel like the lead up to the relationship, like I'm not hating on the book. It's a good book. It's an okay book. But I feel like they had like fantasies about each other, so it affected the actual real life coming together, because it wasn't so like hard hitting, because they'd kind of like in their minds had already been together. So I feel like when it actually happened in real life, then it wasn't as intense. But it's still a good book nonetheless, and obviously I'm gonna finish it. But that's just a few of my things. I'm really curious actually how she's gonna pull it together, how they're gonna end up together. So yeah. Alright, so I just finished Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas, and I gave the book 4 stars. Even though it wasn't as good as Credence, which is the last Penelope Douglas book that I read, it was still really good. I really enjoyed it. To come back to my earlier predictions, I predicted that Cole had joined the military, and he actually does, which I think was a really nice like touch. And after a bit, Cole didn't end up like holding any grudge against his father being with Jordan. I really like the way that they ended up coming together in the end, and it makes you not hate either of the characters for getting into so many fights like they did. I don't really have much more to say about it since you guys were pretty much here for the whole time I read it. So I can't wait to start all of my other books on my TBR if you haven't seen that video. I really like the book. I would recommend it. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!